What's up? What's up, y'all? Girl, as all in this is for entertainment purposes only. All information used in this video is per the Fair Use Act, and any conclusions that you come to is on you, not me. So let's get it. Coming from where I come from, they doubted me, but I came up. I made it through the storm, trying to conquer the world. I made it through the storm, trying to conquer the world. Coming from where I come from, they doubted me, but I came up. I'm trying to conquer the world. Good reporting ass Mickey. We love you, Mickey. Yo, what's up? What's up? It's your girl, Mickey Truth, aka Mickey Facts. And I am here, you guys. Like I said, y'all already know everything in this video will be for entertainment purposes only. All information used for the Fair Use Act. Tonight, I had a particular live scheduled. However, I decided to not do that live tonight and push that back to tomorrow under the current situation with the Tyre Nichols case, being that the video was released. And I want to give the Truth Team an option and time to be able to come and chop it up with me in regards to it. Because no matter what side or opinion you have on it, is definitely something real. So I'm going to go ahead and just get into some information. What's up, Miss Tina? Some background to the story. Then I will be, for the first time, opening up the panel to anybody that wants to come up and chop it up about the situation, your feelings with the situation, whether it's this particular situation or the situation as a whole. We're going to talk about it. All opinions are welcome, all that good stuff, you know. I just ask everybody to be respectful of each other, and that's it. Because at some point we got to have an outlet for us to be able to voice our anger and our frustrations with what's going on in our world. What's up, Rob the Savage? So yeah, that's what we got planned for tonight. Like I said, shots with Mickey won't be going on tonight. We're gonna push it back to tomorrow so that we can talk about what's going on right now, currently. So make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend, and let's get into it. And I know y'all wondering, like, Mickey, we know what you look like. Why your camera isn't on? Let me tell y'all, I'm about to cut it on, but I had to get my hair together. Okay. I'm so used to being able to sit behind my avatar with just my bonnet on. So yeah, I didn't want to push it out no longer. So I went ahead and just started the live. But I'm getting ready. I'm gonna cut the camera on in a minute. I'm combing my hair down. So yeah, we got a couple things we're gonna look at. What's up, Dom? We got a couple things we're gonna look at from IG. Y'all already know your girl is not showing the video of the beating of Tyrese Nichols. However, we will be looking at some Instagram posts where they do have some images. So I will warn you now, if it's hard for you to view, I will be just showing it that's on IG, but not any actual movement parts of the video. Personally, I was not able to even listen to it, let alone watch it. So I definitely understand. But it is a current event, so we need to discuss it. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and set up my Instagram, and then I'm going to share my screen, and we're going to get into it. Shout out to my mods. What's up, Miss Tina? Everybody should be pulling up. Like I said, I'm about 15 minutes late behind the scheduled time I said, but we're going to get into it in just a minute. How everybody doing tonight? Let's talk about that. Let's get some of that. Let me see. This is the only thing about cutting this camera on. I don't know what angle it's gonna have me looking. But bam. What's up, y'all? So And then I got this side. Bam. Here I am. We're gonna get into it. I'm about to pull up my Instagram in just a minute, and we're gonna take a look and see what's going on. So again, y'all go ahead and share. Miss Tina, your heart done calm down from the other night. Miss Tina said, "Ooh, I can live to tell another day." Sko called my name. Shout out to Sko in the interview from the other day. If you missed it, definitely go watch it. Okay. All right. Well, I just heard an echo. Let me see. All right. Let me share my screen. Well, first, let me get out my inbox because I'm telling you, y'all don't want to see my inbox for sure. So let me get out my inbox and then we're going to get into it. Now, a couple things I wanted to talk about. I'm pretty sure everybody probably have heard, but if not, y'all already know we like to at least have the ground information for anything that we're discussing. So let me pull up the article. Matter of fact, we can hear from the mirror too, actually. I got to make sure I take a look at these videos before I play them because a lot of people have been mixing in the actual video of the event with other things. And like I said, I don't, want to show that. So a little background. Back on January 10th, Tyre Nichols died 3 days after he was stopped by 5 Memphis Police Department officers. The stop was initiated due to a police claim of observing reckless driving, leading to an initial altercation in which officer deployed pepper spray, followed by Nichols trying to run away. That is what the initial report says. I'm going to pull up CNN in a minute and see what information they have. But yes, and as far as to my understanding, all officers are African American. So before we get into the conversation, all 5 officers are African American. Tyre Nichols was African American. So that is the foundation of it. It wasn't it was basically police officers. I hate to just, what? Let's just put it out there. Abusing their power. I mean, because if you are beating a person to death, I mean, I don't know where in their rule book that should say that. Do y'all hear an echo? All right. Yeah, I don't know why I hear an echo. Hold on, give me a minute. Okay, let me see. Is the echo still there? Do y'all still hear it? Hey Jamal, how you doing? I still hear it. What is going on? Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Oh, I know why I hear the echo. All right, the echo should be gone. Yep, the echo gone. Okay, I'm tripping. All right, I got thrown off. That echo, y'all, be coming in so strong. I be having to chase it. Like, where is it coming from? So yeah, so for those who just joining, we are gonna have a panel tonight. You're welcome to come up. And yes, y'all are free to give your own opinion. This is definitely opinions, okay? Because no one can tell you how to feel in this situation. So that's what we on tonight. I'm saving all my content for tomorrow. We're just gonna, this is an outlet for us just to keep it honest with what's going on. What's up, Seahawk? I'm trying to pull it up and then I'm ready. I guess I can cut my camera back on. Bam. All right. See, I got to set my computer up so I can look at y'all and see what I'm doing. See, I'm getting new to being forefront because I'm so used to being able to look down, not worrying about looking at you guys. So it's an adjustment. So y'all might see me turn on my camera, turn it off. But I'm here. I'm gonna be popping in and out. So man, if I'm gonna turn it off now until I find what I'm looking for, then I'm gonna be looking at y'all, okay? All right. It's an adjustment. Look. All right, let's see here. And matter of fact, Miss Tina, you pulling up to the panel? I ain't heard from you all week, girl. All right. I'm trying to see. What's up, Loud Pack? How you doing? Hey. Y'all, we gonna chop it up. It's late, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and drop the link in the chat now. I'm not gonna have a lot of people at one time, so we're gonna kind of rotate in and out. Cause y'all already know how my Wi-Fi is, okay? So there you go. I think I'm gonna play this one first. Yeah. I think it's audio to it. Let me make sure it's audio. Y'all, we gonna try to listen to audio and watch the video and see where it takes us. Y'all already know how my system be acting. I'm working on it. Okay, I'm working on it. All right, let's see. Is it gonna play? If not, I can read it. Yeah, so Loud Pack, I decided I'm not gonna play it, but I know a lot of people have watched it. I haven't watched it. I've listened to snippets of it, and it's definitely intense. So, whew, you know, it's messed up. That 5 officers, Memphis police officer, they were officers at the time. I know right now a lot of people are saying, "Oh, they're ex-officer." Well, at the time they were not. They were active police officers with Memphis police when they brutally beat. I want to say, correct me if I'm wrong, he was unarmed, okay? And he eventually died from that beating. So that's a problem, okay? That's definitely a problem. And we have to talk about it because unfortunately we have been having this conversation or giving our opinions on situations like this for a while. Miss Tina, can you give me a copyright, please? I did not know that was gonna pop up like that just now, but it's popped up. It popped up, so. And I'm gonna see if we can play it. Yeah, we're not. Yeah, I can't. It was just a snippet of hearing it, like just. Whew. All right, y'all. This is let me see here. Miss Tina, you got the copyright. This is a statement issued by the mayor of Shelby County or City of Memphis. So if that's not correct, um, just let me know. But it's the mayor of Memphis, the City of Memphis. Okay. And it's Mayor Jim Strickland on Thursday, January 26th, which was yesterday. This was prior to the video being released. Okay. Thank you, Miss Tina. Since learning of this tragic event, transparency and swift action have been our top priorities because of the family of Mr. Nichols. I want to stop right there, okay? And I'm going to leave it on the screen. You can read it. But this is my issue, right? For one, it shouldn't have happened, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, your top priority should have been teaching your officers the correct way to serve the public, even if they are doing a traffic stop. Okay. And that's what makes it not okay, because why are we having to read these statements in regards to um transparency when something like this happens when it shouldn't have happened to begin with? And that's just how I feel about it. Like I said, it's not just in Memphis. Y'all know I'm from South Carolina. We have had our share of events similar to this. And it's just almost every state has had their own injustice when it comes to the police department. And that doesn't say all police officers move in that way, but some do. And then that's definitely an issue. And we got to call it for what it is. It's an issue. If you're so I don't know. It's just reading it. I kind of stopped because I'm like, I don't even really want to read it, you know? So it's on the screen. You can definitely read it, because it brings me back just to when, if y'all not familiar with the Walter Scott case, it happened in South Carolina, North Charleston to be exact. And he was fatally shot by a police officer. Same thing. This was what, 2015? It's 2023. And we're still having the same conversation about transparency when it comes to having to view body cam footage or video about police brutality. And that's just what it is. The family of Tyre has spoken out. And I'm gonna try to pull up the video for that too. You're right, Kevin. He was beaten to death. So yeah. So the Walter Scott, he was shot. Tyrese Nichols was beaten to death. And it's on camera, on video. According to, I want to say, wasn't it the police chief that stated only like personal victim information was redacted from the video? The hour-long video was everything minus that. Do y'all agree? Do y'all think that's how transparent they are? Y'all let me know. Do you feel like the video that's out, like I said, I'm not going to show it, but the video that's out is indeed everything that happened that night, minus some victim information? And if y'all haven't saw it, the link is in the chat if you want to pull up and voice your opinion. I'm trying to keep up with the comments, but being that I'm looking down at the computer, is I'm probably gonna miss some. Yeah, it's an hour long. Now I do know it's like from different cameras. So Kevin, I'm not gonna show it. I haven't even, to be honest, I haven't even been able to watch it. Okay. Skull, shout out to Skull. Skull did play it. So you can definitely go check his recent live out. He did play the video. It's on CNN. It's everywhere. I'm not gonna play it. I am gonna just go to Instagram and show some stills of it. But outside of that, yeah, I'm not gonna play it. And y'all already know I don't, that's not my type of reporting. I mean, even without, so this is my thing, Kevin, right? Even without seeing it, just knowing the story, you get what I'm saying? It's becoming like a repeat story now. So showing it, I mean, I guess some people may need to see it to know it's there, but it's there. Talking about it. So again, I'm not going to show it. I'm definitely going to talk about it. and it's just intense. And I think I do have one of the videos for. Okay, hold on. Pause it. Let me share my screen again. All right, let's see. I'm waiting for it to catch up with me. Yeah, I'm coming. I'm trying to. I don't know why my screen is not updating. Let me read some of these comments. So, to my understanding, with this, I believe they have been terminated. But that can mean different things. Did they leave with their pensions, um, and things like that. Look, I'm trying, Miss Tina. I just don't know why my screen not catching up to where I'm at. Okay, there we go. Look, now we're making progress. So I'm gonna go on mute, but I'm about to play it so that we can hear it.
Supervisors about an alert satisfied.
All right. I know it was choppy on my end. Was it choppy on y'all end with that? Okay. Okay. I saw. Yeah, because I'm like, I can't even hear it. Yeah, I don't know. I hate not being able to play the audio the way I want to. I'm going to see. Let me see something here. Was my intro choppy too? Because now I'm like, why is it so choppy? I'm trying again. Oh, they're showing the video. All right, so it's a snippet that is on the shade room, okay? Um I'm watching it right now. I don't. Wow. All right. Hold on, y'all. I'm about to try. I am on another device, but yeah, I don't know. I might have to do it old school. I don't even think I can flip my camera around to do it. Hold on, y'all. This is Aki. Y'all already know one day I'm gonna get it together. And this is another reason why I haven't been going live as much as I used to because I can put everything in my videos. For some reason, I just can't play it when I'm live. And it's kind of be like, well, how am I going to get the point across if I can't even play the audio to some of the stuff? Paperwork, it does well. It just be when I need to play video and stuff. So yeah, y'all be aggravating. But we're going to get it together. I'm going to get it together. So y'all just let me know, guys. I guess y'all don't want to come up and talk. So I'm just gonna see if this load. In the meantime, we got to keep it going. And let's talk about, let me look at the comments and see what y'all have been saying. So let's see here. So Jamal says he's 34, got arrested for the first time last September on a DUI. The officer thanked me for complying, told him God bless and keep up the good work. And I have not came into contact with personally with polices that abuse their badge. So I have met some nice ones, but then I have seen in my local area across the world, United States, those that don't. So that's definitely, it's kind of like the same thing as far as, it's a stigma on certain type of people. Speaking of which, that brings me to something else. Okay. So I've heard something called the scorpion. What was it? The scorpion like team or something? Hold on, let me see. Scorpion unit. Okay. And it says it's a common unit. Okay. So Memphis has one. I see Chicago has one. It's a common thing, right? So basically, it's a special police unit. Okay. And I'm trying to find an article. Okay, here we go. It's from ABC News. Okay. And it says, what is the Scorpion Unit, the Memphis Police Task Force at the center of Tyre Nichols' death? So they're saying these 5 officers were part of this special task force. Okay. And it says, and this is according to ABC News, it is stating here that the Scorpion Unit, which stands for Street Crimes Operation to Restore Peace in Our Neighborhoods, was announced in October 2021 and launched a month later. It has 40 officers split into 4 teams who patrol high crime hotspots throughout the city, the police department announced in November 2021. And I feel like, what's up, Team King? I feel like that's a problem for one, because if they're a special unit, that's supposed to be patrolling these areas that's high crime, right? You already know they're on 10 because you're already stating it's a high crime area, right? Doesn't that already put a stigma up with the whole situation? I didn't see you there, Miss Tina.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So,
Hold on. Okay.
that's already like an issue to me, Miss Tina.
Absolutely. It should be. It should
Because
be.
you're teaching this special group of officers, right, to react a certain way to the area they're patrolling because it's a high crime.
Right.
And then what I wonder? Is
Hmm.
it a high crime of what? So let's not get it twisted. Crime is definitely crime, but is it petty thefts? Is it running street lights? Is it, what is it? You know what I'm saying? That they are on 10 to the point 5 officers had to beat to death a man during a routine traffic stop from what they're saying was illegal to start with. What's up, Smoke Haze? Thank you for pulling up. Shout out to my clout
That's crazy.
monsters.
Why
Slim
is that
Fit.
not coming on? Okay. Can
What
you
you
hear
say,
me?
Messina?
I was saying, can you hear me?
I hear you now.
Okay, Lord, I'm having technical difficulties with my phone.
Look, that's part of the truth team. You know, it ain't
It is.
a truth team live unless we have technical difficulties.
Absolutely. I mean, I feel like there's no reason to pull him over in the first place, right? So,
Right.
what would warrant a special scoring team? You know, we had that when we were younger. They called them the
Right.
jump out boys, but it was about
Yeah.
narcotics. So you didn't
Right.
find a gun, you didn't find no narcotics. So then you got mad and you went ape on them. That's what it looked like to me.
Hey.
You
Okay.
know.
What's up, EA? Thank you for pulling up. And I'm actually reading here because according to, I want to say, the chief of police, she was a black woman. I believe she was the chief of police. She basically, originally it said that he was riding down the wrong side of the street. Okay. But now
Hmm.
that's not the case. What's up, Rashonda? Um, so again, my thing is, if you have these special task force that's patrolling these high crime areas, you're training them to be like, you know what? This is a hot spot, like they said. Everybody is going to be
Right.
treated roughly, but why though? And I say this because in my area, in my city, I live in what you would consider a high crime area, right?
Right.
Do I want to be pulled over for something just and attacked like that just because I'm in a hot spot? That doesn't add up to me. And I feel like the proper training is not being done. What do y'all feel in the chat? Let me know. I'm gonna drop them. I'm gonna drop the link again. Y'all pull up. We just voicing our opinions tonight. You know, y'all already know how I am when it comes to facts, but tonight is truly about how you feel. Just y'all already know we on YouTube, so keep it censored. But pull up on your girl. Let me know how y'all
Hmm.
feeling because um I want Miss Tina reach out
Yes. Ma'am.
to Arthur and see what he's saying going on down there in Memphis. Cause I'm not
Okay.
even
Hold on.
I'm not even gonna tell y'all a story. We had a news conference from our city police here in Columbia, South Carolina, in regards to the release of this video. So the whole United States is on because they already knew this video was gonna have some outrage. Because, like I said, I haven't even watched it. I've heard some of the audio and I had to stop listening to it. It's intense. Then the viral photo that's going around, I use it as part of my thumbnail. That's intense just to look at. And look, I just don't know. Okay, so Franco say even Dallas police chief spoke on it as well. So we're trying to reach out. If you're in Memphis, let us know what is it like down there right now, or anywhere. Because like I said, we got different police entities that are speaking to their citizens in regards to the release of this video. Now we'll have to ask, okay, releasing this video on a Friday night, what y'all think about that? Miss Tina, what
He
you
had
feel about
told he told me earlier that they were heading downtown. So, my
it?
time is different here. I'm 3 hours behind y'all. So I had forgot that the tape was gonna be released at 6, but that's 6 y'all time. I feel like what's the word? Not premeditated. Like it was done on purpose, right? They did it Friday
Mhm.
night. Everybody gonna be in their feelings. Everybody's heading downtown, and I hope that there isn't chaos. But that's what it seems like they're
Right,
feeding. You feel me? So
right,
I hope I've been praying all day that it just, don't feed into it. Everybody keep a cool head and let justice
Yeah,
prevail, whatever that looks like. Condolences to the mom.
definitely
I have a
to the whole
son. Yeah.
family.
So I'm pretty tough, but it brought me to tears hearing her, you know, because I have a son and I'm afraid for my son every day he walk out to go to work, you know.
Definitely.
So I do understand that. And, my condolences to her. I don't know how that feels. I hope I never do. But, I hope she gets justice.
I agree. And Franco stated releasing on Fridays/weekends is always a strategy they use because most businesses will be closed. Um, like I said, I don't know. I haven't looked into, the whole logistics of that. It's just to me a Friday night. On a Friday night, a normal Friday night, you're trying to go to the liquor store. You're trying to have fun for the weekend. So nevertheless, I guess it's really not ever a good time to have to release this video. Um, Want to say a couple years back, we had an incident where a teenage boy was killed by an officer here in Columbia. Um, Joshua Ruffin was the teenager that got killed. They released it in the middle of the day. So, not really sure who comes up when footage is released. Um, I don't know if I would have chose a Friday night though. You know, it. I don't know. Like I said, if you're down in Memphis, if you know someone in Memphis, hit them up. Let us know what's going on. I've never been there, but just thinking about other situations where we just had, matter of fact, a couple weeks ago down in Atlanta, a protester was killed by the police there. So I just it's just really you just don't know where this is gonna go. And it's kind of like when I told my team, I don't know, I didn't know how I was gonna do this tonight, right? I was thinking maybe I shouldn't go live, right? And Miss Tina, you can vouch for it. Um, I was like, I don't know, because I don't want to show the video. I really don't want to continue with the content I was gonna do tonight under the circumstances. So I really didn't know how to approach it. And then I had to finally just say, I'm just gonna talk about it. Like that's what we can do. Just talk about it. And allow everybody that rock with me a chance to talk about it and release whatever frustrations or feelings that you may have for it. And we talk about it as a whole. That's pretty much where we at. Let me see here. So, okay. So that protesting in downtown Houston, is it
Hmm.
calm? Have it been any reports or any riots or anything, or is everything calm and cool? Let's see here. So back to the Scorpion unit, and we're talking about Memphis for now, since this is where the story is coming out of. It says here, this is always my whole forever thing, me having a phone in my hand at all times. It says that the mayor, the Jim Strickland guy that I showed you his press release, claimed that the unit was responsible for 566 arrests, 390 of them felony arrests, seized $103,000 in cash, 270 vehicles, 253 weapons between October 2021 and January 23, 2022. So based off that, they're saying the unit is effective. However, we're sitting here talking about this same unit beating to death an unarmed man.
So is it stolen cars that they're trying to find and not narcotics? Because that's a lot of cars. Is that a place that
Right.
it's a lot of car theft? Like, remember back in the day, Jersey used to be real heavy with car theft,
Right.
and they had a organization too. I forgot what the name was, but
Mm.
that's crazy. That's crazy. He didn't hit me back, so I don't know.
Well,
Y'all come up
prayers
and speak
are
up. Speak up,
right.
y'all.
Definitely, y'all. If y'all want to pull up, hey, we're having a conversation. Like I said, we're not dropping facts tonight. We're speaking our truth about how we're feeling with this situation because at times like this, that's all we can do. We can't brush it under the rug. We have to talk about it. And being on my platform, I speak of the truth. Hell, my name Mickey Truth. That's why I'm like, let's speak your truth. How you're feeling? How are you feeling? I know for me it's scary, not only because we are dealing with police officers that's doing this, but also the reaction from the public. Sometimes more people could possibly lose their life behind this in whatever reason, or all type of chaos can come about. So it's definitely scary for me, just as a whole, as just a bystander and not really being directly involved in it, but just having to live through it. And y'all continue to put your comments in the chat. So I'm trying to keep up with it. So I see Franco says nobody ever speaks on suing the training academy and instructors, since a lot of people always point out the lack of training argument. I
Good
feel
one.
like, who makes the protocol for the training? That's where it starts, right? Because where are the trainers getting the information to even train them this way? And if is it even part of the training? Are these rogue officers, or is the whole unit used trained to do that?
I think these cops definitely need some sensitivity training, and that's not just a one time. That's every year you refresh because sometimes you might
Yeah,
forget something. Sometimes you know they definitely need a yearly training to
I
refresh.
agree.
So he makes a very good point.
Now I see here that the attorney representing the Nichols family told reporters Friday that he had heard of several alleged instances where residents being pushed to the ground, cursed at, suffering other physical injuries at the hands of officers in this unit. One of the alleged victims was 66 years old. And this is according to Ben Crump, the attorney. Then it says he said he was confronted by this unit and he was brutalized, and he had pictures of his injuries, Crump said. And so it was foreseeable that something tragic like this was going to happen. It then says the Memphis Police Department did not immediately comment on Crump's allegations. The Memphis Police Association, the union representing the city's police officers, haven't commented on a case as of January 27th. So they haven't said anything. And I'm pretty sure they haven't said anything because this is definitely going to be a legal battle. Um, I don't even see how it's going to be a battle because, I mean, clearly, when even the police themselves is saying this should not have happened, something definitely went wrong. Um, I want to say it was another. I'm trying to find where I saw it at because another man said he actually reported being like mistreated or mishandled by officers in this unit prior to this happening, and he went and filed an official report about it and nothing happened. Jamal says can't train someone to be something they're not.
Well,
So it's like, y'all, I just don't know where I don't know where we go from here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've spoke of cases stemming back from as far back as what 2015 is where I started. It was more even before that. If you think about the Mike Brown incident, I mean, let's take it back. the Rodney King incident, you know? So it's like this has been going on for years and years and years. What are we doing? I see a lot of tweets from government officials. What's up, Cosmo? That says police reform, right? Okay. If that's the angle, how do we get it reformed? Where are the changes going to be made at? You know, what is going to be done to avoid this moving forward? Because let me go back to exactly what they said the Scorpion unit stood for. It says it stands for, go back, what does it stand for? Street crimes operations to restore peace in our neighborhoods. How are we restoring peace in our neighborhoods if you're bringing fear and pain to those you're serving? So come on, say it's peaceful in Memphis. That's good. That's good. Shout out to Jersey on for pulling up, and laws needs to be changed. I agree wholeheartedly, right? And I don't know about y'all, but I'm tired of the speeches, right? Police reform. We need police reform. We need this. We need that. Well, where is it? Where is it? We had a whole lot of things going on with the abortion laws across the United States. It was on ballots, all that. So when are we going to see some changes so that we can get that police reform that our government officials are saying that's supposed to help this from happening in the future? When are we going to get that? See. They have 6 months or so in the academy, then another year of training on the job under leadership of a senior officer. And maybe that's a problem. Cause think about it. I don't know if any of y'all have ever been in OJT or on the job training. When you sit side by side or go shadow someone, if they've been there for so long, their bad behaviors go into their teaching. Cause I don't know, no, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know no one that's showing the ropes to a new person that's strictly gonna go by the book. Even if they tell you what by the book, they're gonna say, hey, I do this. It makes it easier. So is that maybe a problem there? You know? That may be a problem there because you're teaching bad habits to new people. So now it's recycling. It's going back over. What's up, Just Being Me Speaks? It's coming full cycle again. Y'all, the link is in the chat too if you want to pull up. Y'all know I love to talk, but y'all can talk with me. I don't know. I probably put Miss Tina to sleep.
No, I'm trying to figure out who's training them. The guy from Denzel from Training Day. Like, if you
Okay.
watch that movie, you know,
Like,
we don't go by the book. You know what I'm saying?
hey,
That's what it seems like it's out here. They're not being trained. They're not shadowing the right people.
at
That's why I was
all.
saying that, there needs to be a reform with that.
It
Mhm.
seems like
But anybody, hmm
a stigma, is
hmm
over the scenario. And that needs to be stopped somehow, some way. But what I don't want, that's why I didn't finish reading that press release. Cause I'm tired of hearing about transparency, this, that. It needs to stop. What are you gonna do to stop it?
right.
I
I'm
say
tired
that
of the.
I call. Look, when I call to look into stuff, I say, hey, let me be transparent. I'm a blogger. Bam, bam, bam. I don't want to hear that from the police department, the mayor's office. I don't want to hear that type of stuff. I want you to tell me how it's gonna be fixed. And go ahead, Miss Tina, cause let me fix something here.
Yeah, I was just about to say that I'm tired of the press conferences. They got all the people standing behind them, and they're telling you, what happened and breaking it down and giving you feeding you what they want you to hear. They're not
Right.
telling you everything. And then this one for this gentleman, the guy that was talking looked so nervous. I'm big on body language. It looked like he was afraid he was gonna say something wrong, and like
Okay.
pleading with the community. Did you hear that? Did anybody hear the press conference? I'm big on body language. He was so not put together. You're supposed
Right.
to have some type of swag, or everything's gonna be all right. I didn't. If I lived in Memphis, I would have been afraid after that press conference. What the hell is coming down the pipe? You know, he looked
Mm.
very nervous, very nervous,
And see, that's
very nervous.
another thing that's going on with these type of situations is that the police are sometimes nervous and reacting. You know, what did Como say? Memphis, the most peaceful place in. Okay.
Well, if you are from Memphis, please come up because I don't know nothing about Memphis. I'm from New York.
Right, me
I'm a New
either.
Yorker.
Never even been there. That's why I'm like,
So,
listen.
but you know, judging by the way he was talking, he didn't seem sure about anything. So,
And that's not a good thing. I feel like they know they done messed up though. This is not something, and if y'all caught on when I posted on IG and I posted, I did not say a black man, right? I said an unarmed man. Because at this point, no matter what his color was, this was unacceptable. He was a man that was stopped based on what they're saying illegally at that, and beaten to the near death because he died in the hospital, not on the scene, but it was a reflection or a result of what the police did to him, and that's not okay. So this is definitely a bigger issue. I know we're so used to it being white cops shooting unarmed black men or black women. Well, that's not the case in this situation. It was five black cops and a black man.
let's talk about it. Let's talk
Okay,
about that. Hmm.
right. So that's what I'm like. This is not a black and white thing. It's definitely an issue with the police officers that is not, and I'm gonna say it like this until they come out and say it's differently. Cause I don't know. What about y'all? Are y'all feeling they are training these police officers to act in these ways where we end up having to have a conversation about an unarmed man being beaten to death by police officers? So that's what I'm like. I just don't see sitting in a academy for 6 months where they say you tase the unarmed man, you put him in handcuffs, and when he resists anyway, you punch him. You take turns with your fellow officers and you beat him. And I just can't see that being it. But if it is, then guess what? Where the problem is. The problem is because I'm pretty sure, just like any other thing that's older. Now we all know we cannot face the fact where we came from as black people. Okay, so let's just be clear on that. Um, some of these structures in the police department started from way back in them days where this would have been okay, right? So are some of those still in play? That's what's causing all these unjust murders or assaults on people from police officers. What y'all thinking? Like, I'm just thinking in my mind, like, how are we here? Why is this keep happening, you know?
I mean, color shouldn't matter, but I want to say that it is very disappointing that it's five people that look like me, look like that poor fella. It's very
Right.
disappointing. insulting to our culture, to our ancestors. Like, what were you thinking? You didn't think, hey, let's stop. Like, it's enough already. He's down. You didn't think nothing like that. You just kept going. Where's your morale? I don't know. You're cool. They came
Right.
out like MF, MF. I'm like, wow, why? That's crazy. That's
I
crazy. But
agree.
it's not just black men. Black women are treated like that too. So, you know, but
And that's what brought me to think, are some of the rules that's still being used and um executed within the police department stemming from when it was okay to do that to black men, black women? Because if it is, that's already a problem right there.
that's a good question. That's a very good question. I don't know. I just would think that you know what? What if this is
You
my
know,
brother? Something like that. Okay, let's stop.
and I
Okay,
only
that's
think
enough.
that because how else, what are you telling them in current times that this is okay? Some of these strategies got to still be in play from when it was okay to do what they're doing. It's happening too often. And like I said, it's not just happening in Memphis. It's not just happening in South Carolina. It's happening everywhere. And Como, you're actually right. He said, just imagine the ones that they have beaten that didn't die. You're right. We hear about the ones that die. We don't too much hear about the ones that do. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. But again, it's like this is the time that our local government, statewide government, whoever, we have to say now is not the time for a press release of the full of generic apologies and transparencies. Now is the time for you to tell us how you are going to get this police reform that you have been stating for many years. Like I said, I'm not that old, but I do recall the Rodney King beating. Okay. I remember the Mike Brown shooting, the Walter Scott shooting. You know, just so many names. So many names. Just in recent history. Now we have Tyre Nichols. So transparency ain't it. What we need is to find out why these officers that are being fired and charged with these crimes, because we got to call it for what it is. They're crimes, they're criminals. The same way they're trying to patrol these hot spots, they are now among that because they're criminals, because they're doing things that's not legal. So how do we fix it? What are they going to do to fix it? That's my thing.
I wish I had that answer. I swear I do. It's crazy.
Yeah. And see,
I don't know.
this is, I feel like this is definitely a reason to talk, but I feel, and this is one reason why Mickey Truth normally does not get into these type of conversations, because we have to dig deeper than just the situation. This was definitely like the nail in the coffin today, but we have to have more. What's up,
Hey,
JB? I'm
hey,
looking like, who
Mickey.
is this?
How y'all doing?
Fine, how are you?
Hello.
I'm good. I found you through Sco. I
Hey,
through
shout out to
Sco channel.
Scout.
Yeah, I just wanted to kind of chime in on the situation. I watched I watched a little bit of it. I couldn't stand it. I can't watch stuff like that. But just going based off of, the little bit I did see and hearing everyone talking, to me, there was no threat. I mean, because like I had put in the chat, I think, they're being trained and their motto is to go home at night, to go home at night by any means necessary. But at the
Right.
same time, where was the threat? At what point did he threaten, to the point you wouldn't make it back home? And I just think, like you said, the color doesn't matter, but just the mere thought that it was us that did this. It's
Right.
almost like another black on black crime.
And it
And
is.
yeah,
Absolutely.
and to me, I just got questions. I got questions because I want to know. Did one of y'all personally know him? Did y'all have a vendetta against him? Like, because this was just too much. Y'all went too far, too far. And I'm not gonna say because I don't, condone violence. I don't condone any of that. But I just want us as black people to almost have the same smoke as if it was somebody, a clear person, I'm gonna say, that had did it. I want y'all to raise
Right.
hell like you would with anybody else, because at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure his family is not looking at it that it's five black people, five black men. I'm sure because it doesn't matter. All they know is a child is gone, and
Mm.
it has to stop. It has to stop. And I mean, I'm living in Dallas, but originally I'm from Louisiana. This happened like a few months ago, where it comes to find out where we got live video footage of a man that, he went to jail because he was a mental patient. However, his grandmother called for them, to come get him to have him admitted to the psych ward. They took him to jail. They showed where the police chief beat and killed this man,
Mm.
Oh
and he
no.
was handcuffed. And he was handcuffed. I mean, so this
Yes,
is going
I
on
remember
too
that.
often.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
Hmm.
going on too often, and somewhere it has to stop. I know, they here to protect and serve, but it's a shame as a black woman, if a police try to pull me over at nighttime, you better follow me home, or you better follow me to the nearest gas station, because there's no way I'll pull over on a dark street. It's no way I'll pull off on a
Exactly.
freeway by myself, because I'm scared of you too.
Hmm.
And it's sad that it
Exactly.
have to be that way, but
Period.
it is.
Yeah.
This is the world we living in, as of right now. And my heart go out to them. Like I said, I couldn't even finish watching it because that's just too much.
Yeah, I
That's
can't
too
even
much.
listen. I
Mm.
saw clippings on Instagram. I can't even listen because it's just becoming like it got we have to tackle it. And I just feel like we have to hold because we're talking as far as an outlet on our feelings
Hmm.
with the situations, right? The
Hmm.
people that can fix this or has the authority to fix it are giving us press releases with words like transparency and like this shouldn't have happened, but it
Hmm.
did happen. So now what are you going to do to
Now
make
what are
sure
you
it
gonna
doesn't
do?
happen again?
Now, I truly believe in this situation. Oh, justice is, yeah, justice is gonna be served, because you're looking at five black men, and
Okay.
they're
Yes,
already
ma'am.
knowing we have to make an example out of somebody. So therefore, we just gonna take them, and yeah, we're gonna use them as example for, so we won't be known as the city that let somebody off on a,
Right.
police matter. So why not take the fly black men? Oh yeah,
So,
yeah.
ladies, let me ask y'all this because I see a lot of it in my chat. I see it on social media. A lot of people are saying the reason had and maybe it was a personal situation with the Tyre Nichols and one of the officers. Okay. Now I don't do rumors. I'm not even gonna get into the room.
Right.
But even if it was, does it make it okay that they did it?
Mm-mm. Mm.
You know?
That make it even worse. That make it even worse that you use your badge as a way of revenge. Like, no, that's even more so wrong. But hey, it happens. I mean, I've known, like where I'm from in Louisiana, it's not that big, and pretty much a lot of people know everybody. But I've known police officers that they break up with a girlfriend, and they date somebody else, and now they harassing who they dating, or it happens.
It's
Mm-hmm.
sickening. Okay.
Hmm. Yeah, it
Um,
happens.
and my thing is this. Okay, I feel like this beating to death is definitely it hits even harder than hearing about the shooting.
Hmm.
Like the picture, the swelling, like that's just something you can't even get out of your mind. You sit there and beat this man for a traffic stop. It's not like
Hmm.
you had a gun to your throat and you had to fight him off you to
Mm-mm.
get none of that.
Mm-mm. Nothing.
They
It's
didn't
Nothing.
heartbreaking.
they didn't blink an eye with taking them jobs though.
Oh
It was
no.
like click, oh, y'all all fired. It wasn't no,
Hmm.
what happened, none of that. It was blink and they were fired.
Hmm.
They didn't do that with
Okay.
George Floyd, you
Hey,
know?
I
No,
didn't hear nothing about
they didn't.
administrative leave or none of
They
that.
didn't do that with what her name was, Amy Geiger, that was down here that walked into the guy's apartment and shot and killed him, and now
Oh
and
yes,
you a whole police
I
officer,
remember
so
that.
you don't know where you live, but and they took
Right.
what, over a year to do anything with her, but she was on administrative leave and still only got what, about 5 or 10 years.
Mhm.
So yeah,
I
it was
got
She
pretty
got
much
to
still a
crying.
slap on the wrist.
Loud
She
Pack
got
had
to
a good one.
crying.
Hmm.
Okay.
Loud Pack
Hmm.
says one of the videos was from a bystander and why they didn't help. What did they? What would you
What
have liked the
bystander
bystander
really?
to do?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't know if I would have got involved with that, because no matter how you look at it, when you against them, you're gonna lose. Whether it's in
Definitely.
court, whether you gonna lose that night, you gonna lose. Really. Hmm.
I
This
think he could have called 911, but I'm
Oh
not
well,
going to get
yeah.
involved, you know.
right.
So,
And
he
then
could have did that, Loud Pack. I agree with that.
And
But
how do we know that this ain't normal? Because this happens in
right,
the black community
it
a
is.
lot. And like
Mm.
Oh
someone
yes.
said, what about all the beatings that go, that they don't die? I'm sorry, on the live, that, what happened to those? They get reported, but they never go nowhere.
Exactly.
Hmm. Hmm.
This has to something has to be done. Like I feel like at this point we can't be okay with getting in some hush money. Okay, even though it's not money,
Hmm.
but hush money. Like yeah, if we gonna look into police reform. Now we're talking about another case of police brutality. We
Yep.
need actions. We need changes, and I feel like it has to start at the top with the
At
police.
the
But I
top.
feel like they got to have. It's too many. Let me put as a for those who may not be understanding where I'm coming from. Think about it. I'm from the South. Those that's from the South, you already know how the South mindset is.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, okay. You have um people that came from highly racist families.
Hmm.
Okay. Now they may themselves may not be racist in their generation, but they grew up in that environment. Okay. No matter they may not call you out your name, but I promise a piece of that because their teachings is still going to stem from it in
Hmm.
some way.
All right.
Whether it's how they talk to you or anything, it's going to stem from it, right?
Hmm.
So think about the police departments that was created back in that time and just recycle. So that young deputy that started back when it was okay to beat black people is now
Hmm.
the chief of police.
Yep.
I mean, come on.
And
You
pass
got
it
the
down
you
to the
got the kind of
grandson and all of that.
That's
Hmm.
scary. Scary.
yeah.
Hmm.
Think about it. Cause I mean like just think about what they were able to do back then. And again, this is not a color, okay? Because we all know when they started letting black people or black men become officers, y'all see the movies. Y'all already know what it was like. So this is about the history of the police department, how they was organized then and compare it to now.
Mm-hmm.
This ain't new for them. Nah, they been doing it. The only difference is technically now it's not legal, right? It's
Right.
a crime. They're criminals,
Mm-hmm.
and you got to call it for what it is. And I think that's where we're going to continue to have to report on this. Like I said, I didn't even know how to report on this tonight. This is
Mm-hmm.
my
Right.
first situation since I've been Mickey Truth, you know, but I knew I had to talk about it.
Oh yeah. It
Absolutely.
it de- it
Absolutely.
definitely it definitely needs to be talked about because, like you said, it need to start at the very top. And and I mean, I don't know. I could be wrong because I normally don't discuss stuff like
Mm-hmm.
this, but you rarely hear of the FBI killing someone. You see what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? It's like, do they
Right.
get better training? Do they know how to conduct, a warrant arrest, or do they know how to conduct themselves? Because they get in dangerous situations too, but you never really hear of them going this far. So is it just the local and state police that you really have to worry about? I mean, yeah, some it's a disconnect somewhere.
I
Mm-hmm.
feel like the situation is um the FBI doesn't have in mind, this is my opinion on it. They don't have to quick react. Y'all know they
Right.
build, they sit and wait for the perfect
Mm-hmm.
timing for everything. Regular police, they do have to react. Now I'm not going to take away from sometimes
Mm-hmm.
it's a
They are put in
hostile
that
environment,
situation. Right.
right?
Mm-hmm.
But when you think about a scorpion unit
Mm-hmm.
trained to handle hot spots of crime,
Hmm.
so they already in their mindset think they about to encounter the most deadliest criminals ever, although they're just pulling someone over for a traffic violation.
Right.
But Mickey, I mean, to me, when you think of like somebody in the Scorpion Union, and by them being five, look to be young black men, to me, I'm not gonna say no. You supposed to let nobody off because they black, but to
Right.
me, you definitely wouldn't expect this. Like my daughter works at a federal prison,
Mm-hmm.
and she was telling me about a coworker that she had. She said he has gold in his mouth and he has tattoos and this, that. And I said, and he worked there with all the extent, She was
Mm-hmm.
like, yeah. She was like, and guess what? He is the most respected PO there because
Mm-hmm.
the inmates respect him because he understands them. So it seems as though to me, by you being black men that could almost relate to what a lot of these people look like, to me, you would handle situations a lot better because you'll get more respect that way
Right.
than being looked at as somebody in a uniform that's out to get them.
Yeah,
So
that's
I
true.
mean, I just it's just wrong. It's just wrong, and it breaks my heart.
Yep.
How his parents supposed to feel? Something happened at their
Right.
house. Will they call 911? I mean, being that
Mm.
911 is who unalived their child. So if something happened, can they trust them to do what they supposed to do?
Or the
I
public
mean,
as a whole. Like if you are just a an innocent bystander, you witness something, and you may be like, "Ooh, shoot, is it that? Is it that serious? I need to call.
right,
I don't
right,
want to have someone's son or daughter killed just from
right, right.
and
Hmm.
that makes the environment even more
Hostile.
dangerous when
Hmm.
people are scared to speak up, thinking not
Hmm.
because of the crime itself, but because of the police that they're going to send to that
Hmm.
area.
Like the grandmother that called the police on her grandson to have him sent to the mental hospital and said, you take him to jail, and he winds up dead. I'm pretty sure
And
that grandmother got to live with that every night.
Right.
that happens so often now too, because it happened here. Can't remember the name of the story. I'll put it in another video later. So even that, the training that goes back to training because uh mental health is a whole nother situation compared to someone
Hmm.
that's actually wanting to hurt you. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? So
right,
it's
right.
like you got to be trained to handle that and know the difference.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like
Hmm.
that's the problem. They're trained to do react. They're
Mm-hmm.
trained to patrol these hot spots or high crime areas, but they're not trained to know the difference between a criminal and
Somebody
a
with a mental illness.
civilian that just
Mm-hmm.
maybe didn't put on the signal light or something. I'm not sure. I
Mm-hmm.
haven't read into the whole details of the case, so y'all
Mhm.
don't jump down my throat if that's not what happened. I think it was something with changing lanes was the initial situation, but
And they,
nevertheless,
yeah, they said that he was driving irate, but it came out that the police is saying they find no evidence of him driving irate.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
This is probably not
and
true.
y'all, it was a still shot of his face that
Mm-hmm.
just took me out. I was just like, I'm not watching that.
Mm-hmm. Three
Right.
houses down from his parents' house, grandparents' house, somebody's house. Yeah.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. That's sad.
Man,
That's
that's
sad.
a
And you
wow.
expect people not to be scared of you?
Mhm.
Right.
Please. Please.
Mhm.
Oh,
Definitely.
y'all, this,
That's crazy.
yeah,
Mm.
this has been I'm still over here, and that's why I had to cut my camera off, y'all, because look, I'm still working on hiding my facial expressions, but I'm still just like, what the hell? Like, I
Mm-hmm.
just don't even
Mm-hmm.
know how to wrap my head
Right.
around all of this. And then
Right.
now,
Mhm.
as a blogger or a reporter, you know, I have to talk about this. But I'm
Right.
Mm-hmm.
sorry, y'all. I can't help but to be biased and
Right.
saying
Mm-hmm.
this was fucked up.
Right.
I
Mm-hmm.
mean, a
Yeah.
spade is
When
a
it's
spade.
Right.
when it's in black and white, you can't deny that. Yeah.
Right.
Right. Like, this is just what it is. This
Right.
is unacceptable.
The only
I
speculation that I have at this point is did somebody know him? Which again, it wouldn't make a difference.
Right.
But I mean, I just want to know what was your reason for going that far?
Right. He was
exactly.
unarmed, so
Right.
y'all. It
No
was
drug,
10
no
officers.
drugs,
Right.
no drugs, no
Right.
alcohol, nothing
Right.
in his system, nothing.
Right.
So
And then
yeah,
they're
why
like,
did you
he
go that far?
resisted arrest. I mean, you beating them to death. Like,
Right,
what did
right,
you? I mean, a reaction you're gonna try to get away from it. You're the in this case, you're the aggressors. Like,
right,
Right.
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 you know,
And he's
I've seen
outnumbered.
officers get a little rough. You know what I'm saying? I have seen that on TV, even in person. That
Mhm.
but the way they was doing, I mean, he was trying to get away.
Mhm.
He was outnumbered. And you got guns? Yeah. Go ahead and shoot me.
And they
That's
tased
what I
them
would.
also. I did see
Mhm.
that on the
Right.
news. They tased them also.
So really, what more could he really do after that?
Right.
Oh, that was I can't like that just seemed like a painful way to
Right.
have the last, hours or days of your life.
Right.
Being beaten with a metal stick and all.
Right.
I mean, come on, man.
Haze,
Nah, they
all that.
yeah.
Cheryl,
This should be an open and closed book.
right. Cheryl said
Hmm.
she would have ran too. I mean, cause like
Right.
you trying to get away.
Right.
And from what I'm understanding, they took turns. Like one was like kicking them
Hmm.
or punching them, and then another one like they
Mhm.
literally was acting like the mob.
Right.
Right.
Not police
Right.
officers. Look, not the police officers I want at my kids' school.
No.
Not the police
Right.
officers I
No.
want knocking on my door to like serve me a paper. I'll be scared to open my door to these police officers they got out here patrolling in this unit.
Right. Hmm.
Right.
Then they said the chat is saying
Mm-mm.
that he was screaming for his mama.
Yes.
Hmm. So at that
Yes, she
point,
said that.
that didn't click you back into realization.
Right.
Like, okay, none of
Right.
that meant anything. That mean you heartless.
Mhm.
And
Very.
anybody standing around watching as the other officers, you need to go to under the jail as well because you stood there. Because as a person, and I see my coworker doing that. At some point, you could have held them back. Nah, we not doing this, but
Right.
you just as wrong.
Right.
I
That's
don't
It,
true.
care if you had to shoot one of them in the foot. You
Right.
wrong.
yeah,
Hmm.
it is wrong. It's it needs to stop. And I'm looking online and chat. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. I haven't saw anybody speak out about it. Black Lives
Right.
Matter. I haven't saw anything.
Mm-mm.
Um,
I
Mm-mm.
think they getting so much heat right now. I don't even know if they even still together. I mean, I don't know.
Right.
right.
They had
But
so
see,
much
my thing,
controversy going on.
look, this is what they here for. What's up, fresh chocolate?
That's a
Um,
fact.
what's Al Sharpton? What is him? The NWACP. Um,
Seem like somebody that was I don't know if that was Raven on Scope channel last night. Seemed like they did say something about being Crump. I think it's on the case,
Yeah.
yes, yes, it
and
is actually.
Al
He's a
Sharpton was supposed to
lawyer.
be coming or
Mhm.
something. Yeah, so
Oh, okay.
And
Okay.
I
I
don't
even
know
say
how
to
true that is.
them, look, I'm glad they come in time of need, but we need y'all before the need comes too to avoid it.
Don't wait till something happens
Amen.
to you know. Mm-hmm.
Amen. Mm-mm.
Because
Yeah.
a couple of months from now, this will be the past story, and it'll be a whole nother one. You know.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
This is becoming, I see a lot of celebrities and stuff sharing, which is, that's good, but we
Mhm.
just need, we need action at this point.
Mhm. Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, protesting is fine and, all that, but we need these government officials that's giving us these press releases
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
to do something.
Right. Just like you show up for a protest, you need to show up to vote because it
Yes.
does start with them.
I need y'all to put on y'all fancy clothes, that y'all sit in front of these podiums to tell us y'all being transparent and reviewing
Mhm.
it. And I need you to go find a way to do police reform. And I think that was Franco that said it earlier. They need a police reset, not reform. Y'all need to reset it and
Hmm.
redo it.
That's true.
Yep.
That's true. Wow. That's
And
true.
I thought basically that it would get better after they started doing the body cam thing, but to me that haven't helped.
Hey, they don't even care. What's up, Auntie? Is that the
Uh,
name on here?
Yes,
How you doing?
I'm
oh, auntie.
good. Hi y'all. This is so sad.
Yes, it
Mhm.
is.
This is,
What is your feelings about it?
you know what? I don't, I don't even know because it happens everywhere. This is happening everywhere,
Mm.
and I, I, what do you do to stop it? It's
Mhm.
always gonna be bad cops. I,
Auntie,
Yep.
I,
where are you from? Where are you from, Auntie?
I live in Hawaii,
Woo.
but I'm from California,
Okay.
and Hawaii is a little different here. Uh, the police here they don't really they don't kill people. I'll just put it like that.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was in
Um,
Hawaii not too long ago. I That's somewhere I would consider moving. Everybody to me
Okay.
there was nice.
it's a not you got your you got your rough stuff, but I had a situation in Hawaii with my
Mhm.
son, and it's an island, and they put a warrant out for him. He was wanted,
Mhm.
and when the police called me, and they was looking for him,
Mhm.
and I told him, I said, whatever you do, please don't kill my son.
Yes, ma'am.
And I said, because they killing them. Because on the mainland, they was killing them. And he said, man, we're going to do our best because my son have mental health problems.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was talking about that. And some days he may go with you, and some days he may fight you. So,
Mm-hmm.
and I let them know that. And I'm going to tell you, when they caught him, I want to cry because when they caught him, they called me and the police officer said, we caught him and he's safe. You know,
Mm-hmm. Right.
they
Right.
they told me and he's safe. And do you know they let me come see him before they took him to jail?
Hmm. Yeah.
They waited until I got there and they let me see him before they took him to jail. But he live in Texas now, and I'm just I stay on my knees, y'all,
Mm-hmm.
because you don't know.
You're
You
right.
know,
That's the truth.
you just don't know. You don't know who
Right.
he gonna run into. They killed a pastor where he lived at. They killed a pastor. The wife called the police, and the man was having some mental issues. And the wife called the police, and they killed that man.
Hmm.
And he give my daughters and them live there. He give them a hard time sometimes, but they won't call the police on him because they scared him. They might take him out.
Right.
And
What do we do though? What do we do to stop this? What? I don't know. I don't have no answers.
and that's the point of the panel tonight. Cause it's like in this time, in this era, what is gonna fix it? And that's why, like I was saying earlier, I wasn't sure how to come at it tonight, right? And I said, you know what? I told Miss Tina and my Discord team, I'm just gonna pull up a panel and we just gonna talk about it. Because at
Mm-hmm.
this point, that's what we have to do.
You have to start somewhere. Yeah.
But it's the officials that should be tired of talking because they have the power to change it. If I could go and reset um the police rules and regulations, I would, but I can't, right? Even when you're talking about what's on the ballot, we don't put what's on the ballot. They do.
No.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of
Yeah.
us voting on if the government should say yes or no to a woman choosing to have an abortion or not, we need to have something about stopping these brutal beatings and shootings by the people that's supposed to protect us, the police.
Mm-hmm.
And the judges.
Oh yeah. Oh
Okay?
yeah. Oh
You
yeah.
are, look, the criminal, and y'all know my basis is the facts and the truth. I pull documents, I look at cases all day long. But the criminal justice system is definitely another one that needs to be looked at.
It's
And we
broken.
can
Mm-hmm.
just, y'all already know the takeoff cases will start in my platform. There's
Right.
no way Patrick Xavier Clark should be out,
Right.
but he is. There's no way we should still not know who's going to be charged for shooting the other two victims.
Exactly.
So, like I said, it's definitely a bigger conversation. It's definitely. And I love online. I love social media. This is where y'all came to know me. This is how we come together. But I don't like conspiracy theories because I don't feel like it's going to solve the issue.
No.
But if
Right.
we're going to be real, let's talk about it. It's problems in the criminal justice, and that stems from its problems within the police department. It needs to be reset. It needs to be restructured so that everyone can have a chance. Because sometimes it's like we don't have a chance.
Mm-hmm.
We don't.
And hearing y'all say like, please don't hurt my son. I don't have a son, but just hearing a mother have to say that,
Begging.
Hmm.
come on.
I begged him. I said, whatever you do, he might not be in a good mood and he might not want to go with you, but please don't kill him. Begging.
Hmm.
Mm.
You saved his life. You saved his life. Thank God for you.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And when you have to tell the police not to kill your son,
Hmm.
Come
that speaks
on.
enough now.
I
Right.
cried so hard, y'all, because all I could see was my baby. I cried so hard when I was on Skull Show. When he showed that boy getting beat, I cried so hard. Cause it hit home. It hit home to me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Yeah.
He
Right.
27 now. He's 27, but and he big and he's strong. So
Mm-hmm.
the judge even said that he said the young men that you were with, they used you because you're big and intimidating. He said, if I could, I wouldn't give you no time, but he said I have to because it's the law. That's what the
Mhm.
judge said, y'all.
Yeah.
Right.
If
Mhm.
y'all don't recall, the girl who I want to say killed like her pimp or like somebody that took her or something, and
Yes,
the judge was like, "I have to do this because it's
I have
Right.
to.
like
Mhm.
that's crazy."
He had to.
Yep.
He didn't have no other choice. He said, I wouldn't give you no time because I brought every hospital document, everything where he had ever been. I brought it to the court, and they seen that he had, mental problems and very easily influenced.
Right. Right.
Right.
So, but my whole thing is where, how do you get the bad seeds out though? You
And that's
can't.
a good question because it's embedded for so. I know
Exactly.
even on the TV shows they say the Good Old Boys Club, and they refer to it as that.
Exactly. And we know what that means.
You
Right.
know, so it's gonna be hard. It's years and years. Like I said, though, the solution definitely ain't gonna happen overnight. But
Yeah, but
them
God,
telling
I
us
mean,
to be transparent ain't it.
that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
And sometimes it's also about having them uncomfortable conversations because I mean I'm all for my people and this, that, and the other. But I think it's even to myself because I'm one of them ones that, especially me being in Dallas, I don't really get into the politics. But when it come time to vote, you hurry up and read up on XYZ instead of kind of following the people that's running to see what are their background about,
Exactly.
and things of that nature. And sometimes we get sucked up into, oh, they black. Oh, I'm gonna vote for them.
Exactly. Come on.
But I didn't see black that then came, and you don't see them till it's time to run, and they wearing you to death about voting for them, and then you don't see them anymore, and you have all this crime around you, and you can't even get them to do a press conference on what's going on in the city.
That's
But
true.
you was
That's
running,
definitely
you
a
was
fact.
up in the streets during election time, but now you quiet as a mouse. So I think we need to stop getting wrapped up in because they black, they'll be the best fit because some of
Exactly.
us will go along to get along to keep their job.
Yep.
Yeah.
Meaning they'll go along with whatever the clear people is saying to keep their spot.
Exactly.
Mhm.
And I think
Exactly.
it just, we just need to do the real research to see who really hitting the ground year round and not just election time.
Exactly.
Exactly.
I agree with
Hmm.
Exactly.
that.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna put the link out again. Pull up. We've been going at it for about an hour and a half. I said I was gonna do about a 2 hour live. So y'all pull up. Let's talk about it. I appreciate the ladies on the panel. I
Thank
thought
you.
some fellas would have want to come up and talk, but hey, if it takes us to get the conversation started, let's talk about it. Like that's all we can do. Um, but yeah, like tonight's the first time I ever had an actual panel on YouTube, and it was because I'm like, we got to talk about it.
Hmm.
Our voices
Yeah.
got to be heard in some way.
I'll
Well,
And
I
try
then I
pulling up.
appreciate
didn't
you.
want the narrative to be thrown off either. Okay. Because that's why I made sure I chose my words right when I thought of the title and when I posted about it. Not gonna make this a
Hmm.
color thing, okay?
Right.
Right.
Um,
Exactly.
we just gonna call
Because
it
it's
for
not.
what it is.
It's not a color thing.
Right.
Right.
We're gonna call it for what it is. The police officers, and I'm gonna say the police officers because at the time of this, they were police officers, whether they're fired or
Hmm.
not now. Okay.
Hmm.
Police officers misuse their authority
They did.
and beat to death an
Yep.
unarmed man,
Hmm.
Tyre
Yes.
Nichols. That's
Yeah.
the fact.
So
That's
the
right.
only color that matters in this situation is the blue. I mean,
Is the blue.
Okay.
is the blue. The fact that they were a policeman.
And I've been over here like, I still don't see um where this would have been an okay situation. I've been over here like
Mm-mm.
I've been looking at I don't read all my comments because some of my true team members are very vocal and I don't read them out loud, but I see them right. But I'm just
Hmm.
like I don't personally see where this would have been okay.
Right.
No.
Because even, let's just say for conversation purposes, he had a gun on him. Okay. Once he was neutralized, meaning with no weapon and down, why would the hits and stuff continue? I just still don't
Right.
understand.
Right.
Mm-mm.
That's how you
That's
know
almost
it's been going on.
right.
They
It
probably didn't
been
think it was
happened.
gonna go that way. They thought that he was just gonna
Mm-hmm.
go home. He ain't have nobody. He ain't have no mama, no daddy, cause none of us do. You know, and ain't nobody gonna speak up for him. He just gonna go
Hmm.
home and be quiet, heal up, and go on with
Yeah.
his his day.
I don't,
But
I
it didn't
don't
go
think
that
they
way.
thought. Yeah, I don't think they thought it would be this bad. I mean, I don't.
Right.
I think they
Mm-mm.
thought they was just gonna beat him up. Because I think if they intended to kill him, they would have just shot him. So I think,
Right.
yeah. Hmm.
So we have Sean Breezy in the chat that says they still beat him because he was black. This is my
But they're
opinion.
black. But they're
Right.
black.
With that
Right.
statement.
Make that make sense.
In that area, that hot spot, or that high crime area, majority of the people there is black.
Yeah.
I mean, the people, the officers, let's call it for what it, the officers at the time, they were black. So I don't see that as a reason being that just because he was black though.
Hmm.
And y'all, this is look tonight is all about opinions, just based off the information we see, you know. He also went to say Sean Breezy. I don't see them saying cops beating a white person. And
And
I'm gonna
I
just
agree. I agree.
devil's advocate with that. They probably wouldn't because they're not patrolling that area where majority white people would be either.
I, 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 I think even if they would, I just don't think they would do it.
Y'all don't think so?
Honestly, I don't. Mm-mm,
I don't think so neither.
I
And
don't think so.
the family would have raised hell, lawyers and all that. So you know, we don't
So let
have
me
those
ask
type of
y'all this,
resources.
ladies. Why even in a high crime area, if the person would have been white in a high crime area, why do you think this wouldn't have happened to them?
You know why? They fear them.
Mm.
They fear them white men. And I hate to say it. Down south, a lot of people fear white people because of the low down stuff they done did. I understand, but they fear them. They fear them more than they fear us.
And on top of that, I mean, if you were to have found like a white person probably in that area, that means they were probably there looking for drugs or something to
I was
that
gonna
nature.
say that.
And half of them would probably be the judge's grandson or the
Or
judge's
Right.
something.
son.
Right.
So we ain't gonna do that to them.
Mm.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
And
it's
They
just
was
I
just
so
mean,
over there.
interesting
the
hearing
way
that
they
because
the
think
way
about
they
it.
were talking,
Mm-hmm.
the way that they were speaking to him, you could tell that they just hood. They deal with hood all the time. You
Mm.
know how much money they probably done stole from people that because just before that, I don't know if you guys seen a clip. A young man, a few days before they did that, he was at the gas station and they pulled him over. He made a report about it because they was like, "Yeah, where the drugs at?" And do 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 do.
Oh,
And
I
he
think
said,
you're talking about the same guy I was trying to find the video for.
"Yeah." He said, and he made a report of it, but nobody has never. They ain't still ain't called him back to this day. And then like 3 days later, they did this to this boy. Yeah, they see they used to doing that. They been doing this. They
Absolutely.
Hmm.
been doing that.
Hmm. It just
But
never
you know
went this
what?
far.
I thank God for the eye in the sky because see they even though they had those body cams on, that eye in the sky showed the low down stuff that they did. That camera that was on the pole, it really
Hmm.
showed how they beat him and set him down and did all that low down dirty stuff to him.
Right. That was the best shot.
That was the best shot.
And the bystander too. Sometimes that's a good camera view too, because they're not gonna delete that. They going home. So, you
Mm-hmm.
can delete some of that stuff, but can't delete everything. And I think that's why
Exactly.
they came out and let them go. No jobs.
I heard they didn't
That
all bailed out though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So they give bail on a bond on a murder?
Oh, we have
yep.
definitely learned they do.
Right.
We definitely have learned that.
When they
Um,
start doing that?
so I did
Right.
watch a clip of the video just now, and the scene definitely looks like a lynch mob, if you ask me.
Hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. They said it
And
was 10 police officers out there.
Hmm.
I
and
think
just
some of them they said was part of the fire department too, or something.
Two of them. Two of them was EMTs.
And they
They
lost their
Mm-hmm.
fired
job.
them because they didn't
Hmm.
render service. Why they didn't go
Mm-hmm.
to jail? Why they didn't go to jail though? Or are they gonna bring them in? They might. I don't know. Cause
that
it
Yeah,
is
because
says
I
Some
think
didn't even
I
get
ongoing.
think
out the car.
yeah, it's ongoing. Mm-hmm.
So after seeing all of this, they might get arrested too.
mm,
Right.
mm, mm, mm. They need to
Hmm.
definitely
I wonder are they even to the in well, I guess if you're on bond, you can't go nowhere, but I would be scared to take the trash out.
well, I've learned.
Well, they probably ain't went home. They
In
probably
these
didn't go
cases,
home.
Right.
you can get permission to leave the area.
Yeah.
And for those who've been following what I've been looking into for the Gerald Goins case in Houston, I've
Hmm.
seen his documents where you can request to leave outside. You give the date and the judges sign off on it. Simple process. So they can leave.
Wow.
Yeah.
Um,
For
yeah.
safety reasons, I mean, I could see that.
And then
But
I'm glad you mentioned that because then that's my thing, right? If, and this is not just on the police officer, but we're just talking about criminals altogether. Criminals can do something, right, that causes safety issues or safety threat to the public,
hmm
go to jail, and then they come out with the highest like protection
Protection.
around them.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the
hmm
protection for the
Mm-hmm.
average person out here that had to deal with their crimes? I think that's backwards too.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
said it because even like I said, I always reference the takeoff case because I've learned so much just dealing with that one case. Now, y'all know I've covered a lot of cases, but that one case I've learned so much. The secrecy with the release of Patrick Clark originally. You know what I'm saying? Like, why is
Mm-hmm.
that a secret?
Yeah.
Right.
Talk about it.
Because
You
people
know?
will kill them. Yeah. Some one blogger put their addresses out, all those police addresses out on the internet.
Oh.
Hey, it's public record though. It's public information.
Mm-hmm.
You right, it is.
And I tell
So,
everybody that, and I've had people saying, I'll be in comments sometimes on different, blog sites and stuff, and they'll be like, why y'all don't redact it? Your government officials didn't redact it. Why should we?
Right.
Now, of course, I make it just my stance. I don't release victim information or anything like that. That's just not me, right?
Right.
But it
right.
Right.
is public info. Your government is allowing you some places you don't even have to create an account and you can pull records.
That's
So
true.
they know anybody can look this information up and they don't redact it. So I mean, hey, you got to help hold the right people accountable. And I've always said that you have to hold the right people accountable. We can't, unless we just want to hear ourselves keep talking, right? We're
Right.
probably going to have to talk about this again, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to get more
Yeah.
press releases that says they're being transparent with the info that they release to us, the body cam footages and all this. So these body cam, for one, let me tell you, in my opinion, right? To really make
Right.
this useful, just like I feel about ankle monitors, you need to have it in real time and somebody need to be able to watch it.
Mm-hmm. Right. Mm-hmm.
Because this body cam, if someone was actually monitoring this body cam when it went live, possibly they could have stopped this from becoming a murder.
Or
True.
if they knew that they were being watched, or it's a chance they were being watched, they wouldn't do half of what they do.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
But
I've read. Go ahead.
my whole thing is, since I mean they got the body cams, right? But
Hmm.
they still doing what they want to do. It's not stopping them.
Because
Because
they
they.
choose to cut it on. I've learned it's not something that's
Mm-hmm.
automatically cut on. And for two, they're not going to look at it until later on. It's not
Right.
in real time. It's just saved to the database. What's up,
In
positive
case they need it.
vibes?
Until they need it. And then I also feel like by that time they done conjured up a whole story
Mm-hmm.
to go, so it doesn't seem suspicious. So of course we gonna turn it on, because if we don't turn it on, then it's gonna seem suspicious. But we gonna go with this story right here, and we gonna stick together.
And that's
Hmm.
why I said it makes more sense. They have to be in real time and they need to have a monitoring department that watches it. Like, I just don't see what it's going to have to do with any, what good justice is going to bring or changes is going to bring just wearing a body cam. And from what I'm understanding, not even all officers have one. So that's another thing.
And sometimes they not even clear to where you can even really see what's really going on anyway. To me.
Right. And one thing I learned from the Goins case, in Houston, they stick together because one of
Oh
the
yeah.
co-defendants in that case is caught a federal case because he just went along with the story.
Oh yeah. They stick together. And
So
as far as the bonds and all of that, it's, to me, sometimes, especially depending on where you are, it's all about who you know.
that is true.
Hmm. Who you know. And again, you see, I don't think, did they even spend 24 hours in jail? I mean,
So I haven't fact checked it yet. I found out about it probably a little bit before 7 p.m. Eastern time tonight. It's one of the stories that actually we came across to do with Shots with Mickey, but we didn't get a chance to record it. But I am gonna pull what I can pull and do a follow up on it. Tonight was more so just to talk, just to, I wanted my true team members to be have a place to come and pull up and just talk. Look, release what you need to release.
yeah,
Um, but yeah. Mm,
it's definitely a great, great discussion. It's definitely, because like I said, stuff like that I can't really even watch because it makes you so mad. But
mm-hmm.
you know. So I appreciate you even doing it, because it does give, people the opportunity to vent about it.
Of
Because
course.
I had so many
Absolutely.
feelings. I talk about reality shows. I don't even do this. So, it's just like, I just feel like, yeah, thank you for the platform, because yeah, I felt so many. I have a brother, I have a husband,
Right.
and this could happen to anybody.
Yeah, you can't help but to like get like a some type of like bond with it because it's like we all, like I said, I don't have sons, but I have male relatives and males that I care for, and I can
Hmm.
only imagine being worried or scared that this could happen to them. But I do just want to use this platform now that I have it. Like I said, y'all are spread out everywhere. Y'all rock
Hmm.
with me, but I want to use this to get a bigger picture. Changes needs to be made,
Hmm.
little
Most definitely.
and big,
Most definitely.
including our dynamic of the conversation. And that's what we did tonight. I appreciate you guys pulling
Absolutely.
up on me. I'm going to go ahead and begin to wrap this up for tonight.
Okay.
And we're going to be back at it tomorrow for the content for the week. But I appreciate you ladies. Y'all can go ahead and drop down for me.
All
Thank
right.
you, Mickey.
Good
Thank
night,
you.
You're
Mickey.
welcome.
Thank
Good
Good
night,
you.
night,
y'all. Good
Tina.
night. Uh-huh.
Good night. So y'all, it has been a pleasure just to chop it up with y'all tonight. This has been different than what I have done in the past. And it was a relief that we were able just to vent, state our opinion, and talk amongst each other. And I love that. Shout out to Miss Tina. Y'all already know that's my left hand, okay? Shout out to Just Being Speaks for pulling up. Shout out to Auntie D. Shout out to the chat. Jamal, Laupek, Tony, Franco, everybody that pulled up. Shout out to my moms that was in the building tonight. Y'all, this is just it's I don't know where we go from here, but I do know we have to definitely hold those accountable. Okay, we need changes. Come, I've been on live for 2 hours. It's 11:35. But yeah, I'm tired, y'all. So I just want to pull up, have a conversation about this. We will have a live tomorrow. You guys know this week has been crazy. I haven't been able to do shots with Mickey. I actually recorded one, but I lost the audio on it. So I'm just gonna run it tomorrow. We're gonna go over everything from this week that was supposed to be on shots with Mickey. We're gonna go over it tomorrow. I'm gonna do my updates on the cases. We're gonna kick back and do it like we always do. um, so I'm thinking 9 p.m. tomorrow. Y'all already know that we sit and just chop it up. I'ma need for y'all, let me tell y'all, okay? I tell everybody in Clout Monsters, my true team never likes to come up and talk. I'ma need for y'all to get used to talking. Y'all got to come on now. Y'all got to come up on here, let me hear you. Now I love to talk. But sometimes I'll be wanting to talk with y'all, okay? So again, shout out to everybody that pulled up on me tonight. Yeah, yeah. Y'all just don't know. Oh, I reached 1,900 subscribers. Hey, I feel so grateful, okay? So grateful. I've been doing this for almost 3 months. Um, y'all have definitely been supporting me from the beginning. And look, I'm gonna continue to do what I do. Every look, y'all just don't understand how many people hit me up like, well, your number should be this. Your numbers, I'm okay. I'm growing steadily, and I'm happy with that. I enjoy knowing that even if it's 5 of y'all gonna pull up every time, and I appreciate it. And that's what keeps me to continue to do what I do. I'm gonna continue to be true to what I do and rock out. Y'all know the day that I can't be true is the day that Mickey Truth gonna have to say goodbye to YouTube. So as long as I can stay true to me, I'm gonna keep rocking out. So yes, thank you all to the 1,900 subscribers. Thank you to all my, I call y'all my day ones, my everyday, because if nothing else, I know y'all pulling up. So I appreciate y'all. Y'all be safe. Pray, man, because a lot is going on around us. And until tomorrow, holla at your girl.